Welcome to today's question and answer of our Aging Well program. We are excited to welcome you to this program, and we are eager to address any question you might have concerning aging. I'm going to introduce the person who will be answering the questions as we go on. The person is a very talented speaker, and he is my husband. He's a professor by nickname. He's an educator, and he can write and help you in any question you have. After our event on aging well, many people has a lot of questions. So we gather them and put them together so that he will guide us on aging well proper, emotional, physical, and otherwise. He is the person of Dr. Raphael Okoye. Doctor, show yourself. Oh, here he is. Doctor, you're welcome.
No, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here this afternoon. I'm Dr. Raphael Okoye. By clinical training, I'm a doctor of optometry, and I went further to have bachelor's in mass communications, bachelor's in theology, postgraduate certificate in teaching in higher education, postgraduate diploma in research methods, and a master's in public health, master's in education, and a PhD holder in public health and health promotion, and a member of Nigerian Optometric Association, fellow of Higher Education Academy, and fellow of Royal Society for Public Health. So we are actually qualified to provide answers to the topic under discussion. Thank you very much.
So, Doctor, you're welcome. Thank you for introducing yourself. And we are going to start now by sharing the questions. So we have really introduced the speaker, who is Dr. Raphael Okoye, and under it you have the qualifications he has mentioned. I said aging well question and answer time by Growth Beacon. So we're going to start the question now, which is question 1 and 2. As a start, saying aging gracefully. The first question is, what does aging gracefully mean, and how can we embrace this concept?
Thank you. Aging gracefully.
Aging well and aging gracefully. Yeah.
Aging gracefully is just an idea, a mindset of how to comport oneself, and then prepare one's mind, one's body, and one's everything about that person in preparation for the aging, which is a normal life or physiological process. So everything that you need to get around you to get you prepared with respect to aging, which is imminent, which is obvious, which is natural, something that must come when it comes. So everything that you need to do to get you prepared, these are the things that will make you to age gracefully. It's just like somebody preparing for a journey. You have to get your things, your toiletries, your clothes, your shoes, everything that you need to help you to make that journey. And then if you are traveling internationally, you need to think about your passport and every other documents that you need. So aging gracefully is a process whereby you get your mind prepared, you get your body prepared, you get your finances prepared, you get your everything prepared, and this will help you to age gracefully. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You hear? We haven't known all these things before, that you have to prepare for aging. But sometimes when we jump into aging, we find it very difficult to age graciously. But if we get ourselves, just as has been mentioned, by preparing everything, both finance, both health. You start from beginning. You don't just start jumping into aging, but no time is late. Even if you're hearing this for today, you start where you start, and it will help you still to age well. If you haven't started like keep putting your finances together, like your health, you just start. But for exercises, you start from where you have available. So we are going to go to question number 2 now. What are some common myths and misconceptions we should know?
Okay. When you talk about myths and misconceptions, these are things that are not actually true, and these are stereotypes. These are kind of something that is in ignorance people attribute to aging. So, and some of them are that when you are aging, you are no longer useful in the society. I give you a classical example. People in the society, there is this ageism, which is a problem in the society, and uh, it's a problem in the society in the sense that people will think that, oh, the old people are no longer useful to the society. This is one of the common myths. People are no longer useful to the society. They are kind of expired, and so on and so forth. But I'll ask you one question. Most people, when you ask them what they do for a living, they will tell you that they are support workers. They are healthcare assistants. And who are they supporting? They are supporting old people. And now, where is their sources of income coming from? From old people, which means that these old people are the people that gave you job in the society. So, old people are as important as young people. So, you should not, when you are getting old, you should not think that, okay, you are no longer useful to the society. You should be a castaway. If you don't have old people in the society, you won't have young people. So, and when people think that, okay, the same way the other person aged, or the same thing that affected the other person is equally going to affect this person, and then you bear that in mind and feel that, okay, since the other person suffered this or suffered that, probably somebody suffered arthritis, and you saw that person and the other person suffered dementia and things like, you think that everything will come to you that way. No, it is not true. So once we don't have a kind of a path, one straightforward method of aging. What might be common to this person might not be common to the other person. So that's what you should know.
Okay. So that's a misconception we face as we age. Those are the misconceptions we face. Because when you look at how the person is aging, you become afraid yourself by thinking that, oh, this person is suffering this while he is aging. So the person that your own aging will be the same. So no, it's not. You have seen the clarifications he gave, that if you get yourself prepared, you're not going to age like the other person, because you age graciously, being prepared for what is to come. You age very. What are
Um,
the habits that promote physical health and longevity?
Now, when you want to, if you're thinking about longevity, which is long life, and you are thinking about improve the physical health, you should be somebody that is active. You should be somebody that is active, very, very active. Not maybe now in this era of remote control, where we have remote control for everything. You have remote control for your TV, remote control for your TV, remote control for your soup, remote control for toilet, remote control for bath, and so on and so forth. Then you now become very, very inactive. And then when you are inactive, your body is settling down to that reduced physical activity. And the system, the joints are kind of trying to to assume a different a physiological condition, such that you might start to develop some issues like arthritis. You might have to be notice that you'll be putting on more weight, which is very, very problematic in aging. When you are aging and you are having a lot of weight, it will impact on your system, and that might result to something like type 2 diabetes, and then arthritis, and osteoarthritis. And then again, yeah, engaging in physical activities will help you to be very, very active, and your system is just showing, experiencing a flow, and regular activities which will keep you safe, and then that will keep some illnesses away from you. And again, other habits like smoking, taking too much alcohol, engaging in other unhealthy habits, eating of junk food, and so on and so forth, they will contribute to adverse outcome in while you are aging. So these are some things we must be aware of, and then we get rid of those nasty habits, and then we might be able to live long.
So thank you so much for answering these questions, because it helps us, all of us, to know the habit we must have and the one we're gonna throw away. He had just mentioned like being at a place dormant, using your remote, everything, remote that will take you to toilet, a remote that will take you to put on your television, remote that will take you put everything into one pot, and your soup is ready. Remote that the remote, everything, you sit at a place remoting. You are required to get up and do some activities. This helps you, your blood circulation to go to flow very well. And he's talking about smoking. These are the bad habits that can make your aging not being gracious. When you are smoking, when you are drinking hard drugs like those ones, they can make your aging slow down. So you need to be active, and it will help your age, and it will help you to live longer and stronger and happier. So thank you, Dr. Raphael, for this teaching. We are going to go to question 4 now, which says, what are some strategies for managing stress and finding balance in our lives? What are the strategies we're going to use to manage our stresses and find a balance in our lives?
There are two things that could result to a stress. One is improper management of resources, scarce resources. Yeah, that is the number one cause of stress. And then those scarce resources includes time and money. Time and money. Now, thinking about time, if you don't manage your time well, you aging will catch up with you unexpectedly. That's why the government has made a provision compulsorily for people during their work life to make sure that they are saving for retirement. That is the pension. They save it, and then the amount of work you did when you are still full, that will now result in your whatever you will be able to save, and which will come to you as your pension. Now, again, when you don't have when you are aging and you are giving some money, the little money you are giving then, and you don't manage it properly, that will be a problem. Because if you are earning about 1,500 or 2,000 when you were younger, and then now you are retired and you are being given 300 pounds, if you fail to manage it very well, it will result to a very, enormous stress. Then the other one is time management. You have to manage your time very well. If you don't manage your time very well, you run into a lot of sorrows and problems. So time management, proper management of the time and proper management of your finances will contribute to reduce the stress. Engage in things that you are capable of doing. Don't embark on things that will overwhelm you, because they are going to cause you more problem than comfort. So don't engage in things that will overwhelm you, and cut your spending and your expenses according to your finances. This will help you to take care of stress. And of course, look for a network that will help you to enjoy life. Look for people around you to where you can go. When you look in your local areas, you can find green areas, you can find parks, you can find community centers where people can go and socialize. There are so many things that will help people to get rid of stress. So there are so much there are much of them. And then even going to church, going to services, going to religious programs, that
Activities.
will
Yeah.
help us to relieve. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have heard everything he said about managing our time, about managing our resources, about managing our finances. Anything we have, learn how to manage things you have, whatever it is, both your sleep, both your eating habits, both your feeding, both your education and everything. Don't put every heavy things onto yourself. Learn how to manage what you have. If you are educated, learn how to manage your education. If you are not, learn how to manage yourself. Many things you need to know how to manage, both time and finance, as mentioned. Then you have to know what to eat, how to join other people in activities, and listening to radio, that thing that can cool you down when you are stressed. You know how to manage your stress. You have to learn how to use radio, use television, find activities around you and join them. These are things that will help you to manage your stress and take you out of worries and so on. Thank you so much. We are going to go to question 5, which is, how important are social connections in aging process, and how can we nurture it?
It's just to make sure that when you are, as you grow, as we journey in life, we should be able to create a network around us, because these are some of the key things that determine how well we are. You have a strong network around you, and people that you can run to when you have issues and things like that. So social network is very, very important. And if you don't have one, try to make sure that your network is strong.
Thank you. So we're going to go to question number 6. What roles do community centers and social groups play in supporting older adults?
Yeah, in various communities and various different boroughs, you have this we have association of elderly people, not actually an association, but when you go to these community centers, you see the government has reasoned that yes, why people are going to work on every morning, anybody that is retired and is not doing anything at home, at a point they will start feeling lonely, and from loneliness the depression will set in. So now when you go to the community centers, you have these activities function for the elderly, because you are no longer hurrying to go to work. Now you go to those community centers and strike friendship with people around. You chat with them, and there are some activities, maybe dancing club, all these activities that are meant for for people that are retired, you enjoy them in that
You,
community centers,
you
and
play.
you never know. You actually see that you can, see some things that can still motivate you and make your life worthwhile. So community centers are very, very important.
Thank you so much once again. Yeah, a lot of things you can learn in community centers. Some people go there to meet people and chat. Some people go there to play games. Some people go there to dance. Some people go there to read. You see, a lot of things you can learn in community. Try to make use of community centers, especially if you are retired from work, because it will remove your boredom, it will remove depression, it will remove anger and every other thing that might upset you, anything that might reduce your age. You try to avoid it by going to community centers where you will meet people and forget your worries. Thank you, Dr. Raf, for this answering this, making it clearer to us. And another question that we have to ask is, how can staying curious and open to new experiences enhance our quality of life?
Okay. Staying open and curious makes you a learner, and that is the attitude of a child. A child will always like to learn. But when you feel that you are no longer able to learn, that you are full, it makes you, from that, you start to decline. But when you are open to new learning, and it sensitizes you. It sensitizes you, makes you okay that life is worth living. But when you feel that everything you have achieved, you've gone to the highest point, the next thing is to go down. But when you are open and curious, it will enhance your quality of life. For instance, did you know that as you are getting old and maybe you don't know how to play table tennis, and you go to the community center and you discover that people play table tennis there, you can start learning that. And the challenge, the idea of, beating the other person, learning it well and beating the other person will add something to your life. Something you will think that I will live for this. And you'll be looking forward to each day when you are going to the community centers to see if you have been, if you have learned enough to beat the other person that used to beat you in that table tennis before. So being curious and open to learning can improve people's quality of life.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again. Thank you. At least when you go to community center and you see a person that is older than you can now realize that you are not really old. That this person that is playing this or doing this is not even, you are not even older than that person. Then you put more effort. And as you are so curious to do like that person, your brain, your mind will start functioning faster and your life will be longer. So it's really, yeah, we are really doing great and learning things that we have not known before. Thank you so much, Dr. Ra, for exposing these things to us. Another question we have to find out the answer is, how can we build resilience and the adaptability in the face of aging related changes? Yeah.
Resilience and adaptability,
In the face
in,
of
in yeah
aging
with
related
relation to changes in
changes.
aging. Well, what you cannot um avoid, you live with. What you cannot avoid, actually, you live with it. um when we age, like when I speak to people about human anatomy and physiology, yeah, I give examples. Now, when I laugh, or when I frown my face, you will see a lot of things like ridges on my forehead. This is a natural way of aging, But when a baby frowns or smiles, the face remains smooth, and there is no cleavages, there's no distance there. So now the same thing happens in every part of the body. You cannot, a young person of maybe 15 or 18 or 20 years can run 3 bus stops non-stop to 3 bus stops at a time. And then when he or she gets there, jumps into the bus, and then she's not worried. But when you run maybe for maybe 30 seconds, you might be panting and you're feeling shortness of breath. This is normal because you are aging. So when these things come, there shouldn't be a problem, a source of worry to you, because you actually pushed yourself a little bit harder. So, but what it means is that whatever comes to you as a result of aging, you only find a way of dealing with it. Assuming there are people that could be, could suffer from osteoarthritis, arthritis of the knees, and then in the face of such a thing, what do? You look for a walking stick that will help you to stabilize. And if you're having issues with them, with staying stable, you look for a walking stick. Like there is one that looks like a tripod. You hold it, and then they will help you to balance yourself when you are walking. There are other challenges that are related to aging. You try to build yourself, attune yourself, and then find the best way to adjust so that you'll be able to enjoy your life, not to worry too much about what is happening to you due to age.
That's another powerful point. Thank you so much. I think that what we have got from this now is that we should not worry, even when we cannot do again those things we used to do when we were young. Let us not worry. Most of the time, we worry ourselves out when we cannot climb down a step as fast as the other person. We worry when we cannot run as fast as the other person. We worry when we cannot stand up quickly as before. We worry. No, we have to take things, see aging as something that need to be there, because we must age, and the aging is a blessing, is not a curse. So we have to gain resilience on managing whatever we see. If we cannot, he has given us examples like using a stick, walking stick, using a tray, the one that he has three legs, if it is the one that can give us comfort, knowing how to manage those things, changes that are coming due to aging. Thank you once again. We have to move on to the next question. What support system and the resources are available for older adults dealing with physical or mental health issues?
Now, it depends on who is involved and what the issue is. Yeah, it depends
Yes.
on who is involved and what issues the person is. But mostly people that have nobody to care for them and they are aged, they are taken to care homes where government provide for them according to the
The
Care
health.
Act 2008, 2012, 2014, 2022. So, but there are other basic things that people can do, that people can experience, and they go for the support. Just the typical one is the one we talked about, the community centers, where you can find a lot of activities. These are, where the people could be supported. And then in the churches, people have a provision. There are always this thing for people to form, to join the club of the elderly within the church. Again, they go there and then they have their chat and then have their discussions. And again, for people with mental health issues, it depends on how serious the mental health issues is. If it is just purely just loneliness and a little bit of depression. I think you have this other non-for-profit organizations that are out there to help people, like there's the one they call the befriending, and then you have the Samaritans, and then when you search, you still have a lot of other organizations that can even Age UK. Age UK, when you go to their website, you can find a lot of things that they do to help people, that to help the elderly. So there are a whole lot of things, but they are not they are not one cap fits all. It depends on who is involved, what is the issue, and then you now look for the right support.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. You see, very clear. When you are aging, you must have a support for yourself, and your family is also there to help you. And anything that is anything that is changing in your life that you don't understand, you ask questions. You mentioned the charities, Marie Curie, Great Beacon, Edge UK, and other charities that can help. They're out there to help. Even in your community, like in the council house, you can find questions. You can find something that can help you. You can find people to help you. Any question you have, you can ask. There are a lot of things to help you as you are aging. So don't age alone. As you are aging, anything you cannot do, anything that worries you, find out from the community where you live, the supporters. They are always there to help you. So, and we are very proud of the charities because they are doing a lot for aging people. Come to Greenish, they are doing very well. They are doing helping people out to age very well. So this is what we have for this. And I don't know if Dr. Okoye still have any personal story or any more insights that can help us more in this aging program.
I think I've just said enough. The important thing is to make hay while the sun shines. So the two things I mentioned that everybody has to take on board is one is proper time management, and the other one is financial management. When you are managing these things very well, now, okay, take for instance, if you are so strong and you fail to build a proper network, so and then you don't want to associate with people that will help you. You don't want to create a network that will be of help to you when you are in trouble. Now, is it when you are in trouble that you now look for somebody? No, of course. So you create the network at the initial stage, and that is a time management. Excuse me. That's proper management of your time and management of your, yourself too. And then financial management, you make hay while the sun shines. If you are not somebody that is active in work, you have not done any proper work, and then you don't have any savings, you don't have any pension, and you don't have only many personal savings, you now know that you'll be in trouble. So it is important that if you can, except if you are ill and you cannot work, the government will know that you are ill. But provided you are strong and you are healthy, you need to work for your pension and you need to have some savings so that if there is nobody out there to help you, you will help yourself at least. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, giving us your time to come and answer these questions. This is a show that you really care for this aging, and that people that are aging should age well. So thank you so much. We, the Great Beacon, we care for you. We want you to age very well. Therefore, please, if you really appreciate what we are doing, give us a thumb up, help us to grow, and they help us also to produce things more so that you will age very well. Thank you very much. We're going to stop here for today. We have another session that will come up. So please follow us as we are doing this. Thank you so much, Doctor. Once again, we're going to stop.
Okay.
See you another
Thank you.
time. You're
Thank you.
welcome.